Walt Disney was so popular from the very beginning and had such an imprint on the industry that it was very difficult for the competing studios, and they were all over the United States. For instance, Terry Toons. Terry Toons was exclusively in New York, not in Hollywood. The very first Hollywood for animation art that you're looking at here was created in New York City. And the reason is it was the biggest market for the United States for movies, and cartoons were most popular during the black and white era, all on the eastern coast. And then when Disney moved out to Hollywood, many of the people from New York went out there, all except for Terry Toons, which continued to produce their short 5-minute cartoons to precede main features in the theaters in New York State. Terry Toons started with Farmer Alfalfa and a series of cartoons having to do with and Aesop's fables as well. Once the first ones were popular, they continued to turn out a whole string. Walter Lantz was just 1 year older than Walt Disney, and he started in New York as well. But he moved out to Hollywood very quickly when everybody was going Technicolor and when the cartoons were becoming much stronger on the West Coast than they had been before. This is Woody Woodpecker, the #1 character under Walter Lantz Studios. And Woody Woodpecker, as a cartoon character, epitomizes almost all the characters you're going to see here with the competitors to Walt Disney. And that is, they morphed through the successive cartoons that were produced. And so you'll see, here you see a white-eyed Woody with a top knot that's very different than the green-eyed Woody that's over here. And over a period of years, different people working on different cartoons in these studios, because the Woody Woodpecker cartoons ran for 20 years in production and into theaters. So there are hundreds and hundreds of these cartoons that were out, and you have to see what era they were done in to be able to identify the shape of Woody's top knot, the color of his eyes, the way he behaved. They gave him new personalities as he was put in different films.